This is Q13 Fox News This Morning.
It is Link Light Rail's first birthday, but not everybody is celebrating.
Brian's here to explain why. Hi, Brian.
Well, good morning to you. Critics say Link doesn't really match up with what voters approved 14 years ago. So I'll tell you what we paid for and what we got coming up.
Link Light Rail celebrates its one-year anniversary this week. Sound Transit says the system has cut traffic and taken drivers off the road.
But as Brian Callanan explains, critics say our light rail system has a long way to go. Brian.
Well, Sound Transit tells us, Lily, that Link Light Rail served 6 million riders in the past year, traveling about 1.2 million miles. Now, those numbers sound big, but the Washington Policy Center points out that's just 1/5 of what was projected when light rail was first presented to voters 14 years ago. Yet voters have continued to support expanding light rail in our region, despite the fact they're not getting exactly what they paid for. Link is right on schedule, with people lining up for the commute or a $2 ride to SeaTac.
Seems like a great deal compared to $30 for a taxi.
Sound Transit says this system has had a year of success.
People want it, they see it, they feel it, it works very, very well, and it's the future of transportation and transit in this region, and people are embracing it.
Sound Transit has failed to deliver those promises. They're building less than what they told voters.
Mike Ennis is with the Washington Policy Center, a nonpartisan research group in Seattle. Ennis says when voters approved Sound Move in 1996, Sound Transit promised a 25-mile light rail system for about $2 billion, complete in 2006. The system has been cut to 21 miles, will cost nearly $15 billion, and won't be done now until around 2020. Sound Transit admits Link did have some early planning problems, but in 2001, the board reset its projections.
We want to make sure we get it done on time, on budget, and meet the expectations of our citizens.
The Policy Center argues citizens should expect more. Even the highest ridership projections for Link would make up just 1% of all our daily trips. Ennis says the just-closed South Park Bridge is a symbol of our transit troubles. This bridge carried as many daily travelers as the entire Link system, but there's no money for it, and Ennis argues no priority given to the need for mobility.
Light rail doesn't provide that. It's not going to help our economy. South Park Bridge will, and it cost about $130 million. Yet we're building a light rail system that costs billions of dollars and moves fewer people.
Sound Transit hopes to prove critics wrong with a Link system it calls a small but important part of local transportation. And you can check the numbers yourself when it comes to Link. Go to Q13Fox.com, connect to Sound Transit. Also, the Washington Policy Center while you're there. There's a big discrepancy between what was originally promised with this light rail system and what we actually have.
So, Brian, talk about the expansion of light rail, because the idea, I think, is to keep expanding out, right?
That's right. The big plan is to have up to 55 miles of light rail in our region in the next few decades. The connection from downtown Seattle to Capitol Hill and the UW, the big tunneling project, due to open in 2016. Sound Transit also expects to extend Link, as voters requested, to Northgate, Linwood, Bellevue, Redmond, Mercer Island, and North Federal Way by 2023, so a few years from now. Link definitely taking commuters off the road, but the price is pretty steep. Make sure you check out our website for more information there. A lot of people love it, but it does come with a cost.
All right.
Right.
Thanks for the breakdown.
Thank you, Brian.
Yep.